Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Broke off your neck and come right in. Everyone is welcome and kindly watch the video from beginning to end. Okay, today's story is going to be about Robert Panton. He is a Jamaican father. He's a Jamaican father and grandfather who lives in Harlem. He was held by ICE during a routine check-in. He had been in this country for over 50 years, starting at the age of 4 on a green card. He's a convicted felon since 1994 for drug trafficking, and he was sentenced to life in prison. So basically, that shows me he was probably in jail for most of his life, 30-something years, and being here in this country from since the age of 4, he knows nothing or little about Jamaica. So this is basically his home. And I do have a problem with that, but I'll let you guys know at the end. He was released from prison in 2020 to ICE. He was placed in removal proceeding, but it was revoked. He just checked in with ICE in April and they detained him because he has a lengthy track record. Panton has been fighting deportation ever since he came out of prison. His attempt has failed. They argue that he is a criminal alien and a member of the Black Guerrilla family gang. In jail, and on the street, which he denied. His next hearing is April 9th, and they can deport him immediately. Although he has denied being in the gang, his track record by itself is a cause for removal. Panton states that he has changed his life around. He's a well-known activist for immigration. He runs a suicide hotline, and he is a counselor for the youngsters in his neighborhood. His son is an NYPD officer, and he says that his dad has been a vital figure in his life, even behind bars, which led him to choose his path. Robert Panton has recently become a grandfather, and according to his son, that he would like for him to be in his child's life. Many citizens are not feeling sorry. Some are saying he needs to be removed immediately. He has caused a lot of trouble back then, and we don't need him in this country. Another comment says, remove him immediately. The list goes on. They even object. They even challenge that he is an activist. Okay, I'm going to insert a news report and also read some comments from under this news report.
In New York City, a lot of it spent behind bars. And now tonight we have word from the federal courthouse here that after an emergency hearing, a federal judge has ruled that he stay in custody tonight. However, he has barred this person from deported until more information can be learned about this case.
It's being revoked as justice. Can be reversed at any time.
Moments after recording this video, Robert Panton was detained by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The 59-year-old has been fighting deportation to Jamaica since 2020, when a judge ordered him released from prison after a radical reform, turning his life around in his 3 decades behind bars for a narcotics conviction during the war on drugs in the 90s.
The same day of my release, Immigration and Customs Enforcement took me into custody. During the worst pandemic in our history.
For 10 months, he wallowed in a holding cell during the COVID pandemic. And then the grandfather was given a temporary reprieve and granted deferred action on his deportation. Then Tuesday, during an ICE check-in, he was taken into custody. Panton recorded this video in anticipation of his worst possible outcome.
I appreciate all my supporters and all the people who's fighting for not only due process, but the proper consideration of being in this country.
Panton has lived in Harlem since age 4. Since his compassionate release, he has mentored at-risk youth, advocated for immigration reform, and runs a suicide prevention hotline. His son is an NYPD officer.
Our current laws continue to punish individuals like me, even after we complete our sentences.
Border Czar Tom Homan telling us Monday the mission of the administration is simple.
We're removing significant public safety threats and national security threats from this country.
So I'm going to read some of the comments. It says 30 years for prison sentence. He wouldn't qualify for citizenship anyway. Please stop wasting money and time with BS like this. Another comment says, I wonder what would happen to Black Americans who went to Jamaica and got arrested selling drugs. Okay, a third comment says, all of a sudden they are all activists. A fourth comment says, immigration don't need a reform. The rules and the punishments just need to be enforced. And then they place the American flag. He did 30 years in prison. Why are we talking about this when the administration is deporting college students? This dude came to America and did horrible crimes. Another comment says he can still be an activist, just not here. He should tell his son to buy some property there. He has a great career. And the comment section goes on and on of people who are in support of deportation of people who has done illegal things and are illegal in this country. Myself being an immigrant, and I have been in this country for a good amount of years, since I was 11 years of age. So I can see why he wants to stay here, because this is all he knows. He was 4 years of age. He doesn't know anything about Jamaica. For myself, I know somewhat about St. Kitts. I've visited St. Kitts several times. This man being in jail for so long, I know that. I can just imagine that he hasn't really visited Jamaica that much. And being as he has a green card and he has committed crimes, he probably didn't step out of the country for a long time or haven't stepped out of the country. Many people see deportation as a death sentence, but I see it as a new beginning. He's going to a whole new environment, a new place where no one knows him, a new place where he can start over. He can begin businesses. He can just do whatever he wants. It's just, I think the whole world will open up to him. Things that he's seen here that worked in America, he can do that there, expose Jamaica to a whole different world. That's what I think. I know when I go to other countries and I see certain things, I see maybe their idea and then I can build on it because of what I have been exposed here in America. And I think he can do the same as well. Someone in the comment section says that his son should buy some land and some houses and rent out the house and then have his dad work for him. I find that's a great idea, but maybe even buying the houses in the beginning would be quite challenging, being as they weren't, I guess, paying citizens of Jamaica. It will take them maybe a 1 year or two to build up themselves. I'm not just sure how that works, but that's what I think. If you have come across this story, let me know what you think in the comments section. What legal avenues are available to contest the reinstatement of decades of old deportation order? How might a presidential pardon impact Mr. Panton's immigration status and potential deportation? Also consider what are some potential effects on Mr. Panton's family and community if he is deported to Jamaica, a country he left at the age of 4. How does Mr. Panton's role as a community leader and youth mentor in Harlem factor into considerations for his deportation? Okay, how does Mr. Panton's role as a community leader and youth mentor in Harlem factor into consideration for his deportation? What support has Mr. Panton received from legal organization and political figures in his efforts to remain in the U.S.? Okay, the questions can go on and on. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Don't leave this post without commenting. And before you leave, don't forget to like, again, comment, turn on your post notification bell. I see a lot of people who are subscribing, but you are not putting on your post notification bell. Okay, that bell lets you know when I upload my next video, and you'll be happy to come on board and listen to what I have to say, guys. And don't forget to share and leave relevant comment in my comment section. If you watch this video, you shouldn't be putting, irrelevant comments. Please leave a relevant comment. Anyway, don't forget to like also. Bye.